All right. All right. Let me know if you can hear me, yo. Oh yeah, I hear my sound. I hear it myself. Good, good. All right, shit. Okay. All right, yo, back with another one. This will be another quick live stream, y'all. I'm just on the go. Just a few things I want to talk about. So I got this, WMMA Talk Wednesday going on. Yeah, y'all can see in the picture, in the title. I want to just speak on a couple of topics real quick while I'm here on the road. Of course, we got Rosa versus Jocelyn Edwards now. Um, Nico Montano had to pull out of that fight, unfortunately. So, let's talk about that fight real quick. And my girl, Lindsey VanZandt, she's been on IG lately. And, she's been calling for this rematch with Alicia Zappitella, who is the Invicta Atomweight champion. And I like to talk, man. I like how she's been doing. She's been trying to call out for this rematch. It was a close fight last time, and she wants to run it back. So we'll talk about that. And I want to know y'all thoughts on who JoJo should fight next. I gave y'all my thoughts on who JoJo Calderwood should fight next, but I want to know y'all. So yeah, so we got a few people in here. So we'll get started here in a minute, y'all. Let's see. Yeah, man. Okay. Hang on 1 second. We get started. All right, man. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. So February 6th, Rosa, Nico Montano was supposed to take place, but man, like things just don't go Nico's way. Things just haven't been going her way, man. So she's gotten into something that had to do with the car accident. Something I might talk about in another video because it just seems so. Wow, somebody got pulled over. They about to get jumped. Hold on. Hey, dang, I got distracted. Hold on. Somebody was about to get jumped. Never mind. Um, yeah. So Nico. Wow. Yeah, Nico, her neurologist or whatever, didn't pass her exam, and she can't sign on for this fight. So they had to find another opponent. And Jocelyn Edwards. Jocelyn Edwards. Hey, just made her debut like a couple weeks ago. She's trying to stay active. She's ready to step back in there. So we got a good fight here. Um, Seems like every time Jocelyn Edwards comes into the picture, it actually kind of makes the fight seem a little bit more better, like a better significant fight. If you, to be honest, look, the Wmma fight versus Betchko Air, it was just a fight, but when she had to pull out, Jocelyn Edwards came in. It seemed more of like a better competitive fight because you had a young fighter coming over from I think LFA, right? She came over from LFA to make her debut, and she won. And this fight here with the original fight, Rosa versus Nico Montano, it was okay because we definitely wanted to see Nico back in the picture. I know I did. I wanted to see her come back and see what she got left, but once again, she has to pull out, and now you got a much more even competitive fight again. Two fighters trying to climb the 135-pound division. Now you got Jocelyn Edwards versus Rosa. I like this matchup though. But yeah, like I said, I'll go back and do another video talking about Nico because it was just a lot of stuff I was reading on it, and man, it just kind of makes you feel bad for her. Just everything she's been going through. Every time some type of medical condition or accidents, car accidents. She suffered a concussion, you know. So I just want to go back and speak on that, man, because yeah, like man, like I hate this happening for Nico. You know, fighting is a game, but over the past few years, it's really been hard for her to fight, make a career out of it. Yo, Robert Henry, what's going on? It's too bad for Nico. Yeah, I did too. I really wanted to see Nico win there. You know, I wanted to see her come back to the game. But maybe something's happening for the best. You know, maybe all this is happening for a reason. I don't know if she is supposed to be fighting or what. It seems like something always stops her from getting in there. But we'll see. Yeah, on the road like Willie Nelson, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So I you know this gonna be a tough fight. I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be a tough fight with Jocelyn Edwards. I hope she's prepared for this one because you know Carol Rosa is a physically strong fighter. You know, she's a physically strong fighter. Um, has some decent striking and some nice kicks too. You know, she's very what's the word? I won't say solid. Like she's not all muscle, but she is a thick girl. You know, Carol Rosa is. You know, she has a pretty big legs too. You know, and I was watching her fight with Vanessa Miller last time out, and you know she's a very strong girl, man. So Jocelyn Edwards, she's a little bit taller and lankier, kind of reminds me of a flyweight. So it's gonna be interesting, man. Like as far as like the stand up, how that goes. Like I think Carol Rosa really does have the strength and power to get the respect from Jocelyn Edwards. So if you ask me, I'd like to see Jocelyn Edwards take this fight to the ground because I think the clinch is gonna be interesting. But yeah, man. Hold on, let me turn this down, so. I don't know about you, Robert, but I kind of think that yeah, Jocelyn Evans looks like a flyweight to me. Flyweight, it should be 125. I know Wu Yanan was, and she moved up to 135. I think just looking at Jocelyn Edwards and a couple of her fights before, I think she's a little bit faster though. So if she was to keep it standing, I'd like to see her, you know, use her speed and use them like body kicks and like leg kicks because Kill Rosa has some nice kicks, but I think she's a little bit more what's the word? Flat footed. Not flat footed, but a little bit front foot heavy. And she can be come forward too. She's like a come forward fighter. Walks right into some shots. She don't mind trading. So, you know, Jocelyn Edwards just needs to be that fighter to use angles in this one and step side to side, pick her shots. Cause yeah, Carol Rosa, she can bang too. Like I was watching some of her fights and like, yeah, that girl likes to bang. Like when she gets in range, she'll bang with you. But yeah, the Nico fight, Nico and Carol Rosa would have been interesting just because of the they seem more closer to the same like body frame, you know, size wise. That would have been interesting seeing them go at it strength for strength. Like you know, Nico's a rugged girl, but now like the whole texture of the match changed for Carol Rosa now. Probably dealing with the fighter that fights more on the outside a little bit here. Yeah, Robert. Yeah, she's very lean for a bantamweight. Watched like two or three of her fights recently. Again, I might go back and look at Jocelyn again. I like the fact that Jocelyn doesn't really, you know, try to burn herself out. Like she does pace herself. Her last fight out with Wu Yanan, she was very patient, and by the third round, she still had a lot of left in her tank. You know, Carol Rosa, she's on her come up. So I do like this match. This is the coming of next wave of bantamweights that we need to see. You know, Jocelyn Edwards, Carol Rosa. Uh, I wish they would throw Tanisha Tennant in there. Julia Avila. You know, whenever that other wave leaves, like Sarah McMahon and Lena Landsberg, you know, Sarge, she's kind of teetering in between because sometimes she'll win, sometimes she'll lose, you know. So it's getting get to that point where we're getting some new bantamweights coming in, and that's why I like this matchup here. I think that, yeah, like I said, the significance just stepped it up a little bit more. Yeah, Johnson got some long front kicks too, so I think it should be a good fight. Edwards needs to be smart in there. Yeah, I think Edwards is pretty decent. From what I've seen, she seems to be a smart fighter. She just doesn't go head first in there. Going to be pretty interesting though. Might be a benefit for her too to just jump right back in there. I mean, this is a good fight too. Like, it's not like a throwaway fight or just a stay active fight. This fight means something. This will help push her up the rankings fast. Let's see. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna speak more on this fight. I just wanted to drop that news, and you know, I'm gonna probably do a video for Nico, man, because you know I like Nico whenever she was in the tough house. You know, I did want to see her fight Valentina. That was like the one dark cloud over her head that, you know, she vacated the belt at the time. But man, since then she just had a rocky road on, you know, coming back to the game. Lost to Juliana Pena. Uh, you know, I think she does have like some arthritis problems too. So yeah, yeah, it's crazy. It's really been crazy for her. So yeah, I'm gonna drop that video on her, definitely. Let's see what else we got. What else I want to talk about real quick. 1 second. Okay. Yeah. So Lindsey VanZandt, y'all familiar with Lindsey? You know, I did an interview with her. You know, she's an Invicta fighter. She fights in Bellator. She's fighting Rising. That girl fights everywhere. You know, she'll take on anybody. You know, that's what makes me a fan of her. Damn, people out here. Yeah, that's what really makes me a fan of her, is like her willingness to fight anybody. Well, recently Lindsey VanZandt, you know, she went on her Instagram and she called out Alicia Zappitella once again. You know, she said she wanted a rematch after that close fight. And, you know, we talked since then. You know, she was like, yo, we need to get this rematch on. So I've been posting up talking about it. I know some other people have posted up and mentioned it. And Lindsey, I think Alicia Zappitella did respond to her on Instagram. I'm about to pull it up maybe tomorrow or something for y'all. I do another video on it. But Alicia Zappitella responded something like, you need to take another fight or you need to get ready for this fight. But in my opinion, the first fight was pretty close. You know, the first fight was close. I felt like Lindsey edged it out. You know, back in July, it was like what, July 20th of last year, because that was an interview I did before her taking on that championship fight, and it was a close fight. I went back and watched it. It was a very, very close fight. And Alicia Zappitella, her response was that, look, I feel like you need to take another fight or something like that and make sure you're ready for it. But hey, Lindsey VanZandt responded back, calling her one dimensional, and I was like, damn. You know, they've been kind of going back and forth on it. And hey, that's the talk we like to hear, right? You know, that's the talk we like to hear. We need to hear these fighters call some people out. Like Lindsey, she ain't playing right now. She wants a rematch. And you know, my thoughts on her calling Alicia Zappitella out for a rematch is like, yeah, that's cool. I mean, last fight out was close. It wasn't like she knocked her out, anything like that, or submitted her. So why not make the rematch happen? I mean, nobody else is seems like they want to step up to the plate and fight. And if you fought everybody else, why not fight uh, the next person that seems to be that strong and competitive? You know, Cause like I said, I saw that first fight back in July, and I was like, yo, I think Alicia she did enough to win that. And I see some of the weaknesses in Zappitella. Like her last fight out, when she won the atomweight title, was her name? Ashley Cummins was rocking her, man. She rocked her whenever she got her. I mean, it wasn't until she got Ashley Cummins to the ground and got that Von Flute choke on her. She's a strong little wrestler. Alicia Zappitella, yeah, she's a strong little wrestler, but I feel like if you're committed to punching and keeping it standing, don't take it to the ground with her. The girl is a wrestler and she is a submission artist. So if you keep a fight standing, I mean, the girl's 4'11". Use your reach on her and just keep her on the outside. You can beat her. But if you let her get on the inside, she's a very strong wrestler. I got to give her that. Alicia Zappitella is fast, unpredictable, and I think she seems to be one-dimensional too because she doesn't have that reach. But yeah, she just needs to make this fight happen again. This rematch, because I feel like Lindsey VanZandt went in there and kind of exposed some of those holes in her defense game, cracked her with a few of them good right hands, and hit her with some good knees. It wasn't really till it went to the ground that it just played into Alicia Zappitella. But I feel like on the feet, it was all Lindsey VanZandt. Yeah, Robert said you need to watch more atomweight fights. Yeah, atomweights are good, man. Like, go back and look at some Invicta fights and Rising. I mean, shoot, these atomweights be throwing down, man. Robert said his viewers from Panama. Yeah, they coming through, right? I try to reach out to Jocelyn Edwards. I don't know if she speaks English though. Maybe she get an interpreter or something like that. Yeah, I did. I had to redo my interview with Britton Hart today. I got that done, so I'll put that out tomorrow. Britton Hart, bare knuckle boxer, professional boxer as well. I'll be taking on Paige VanZandt. I'll put that out probably like I'll run it tomorrow live around 4 o'clock. So yeah, you be on the lookout for that. But yeah, Lindsey VanZandt's been going on Instagram. She's calling for this fight. I like it. So I told her I put it on my Instagram as well, which I did. I said, look, I mean, make this fight. I said this past Monday, I said, yo, Invicta, y'all need to make this fight. Tag him in it, send it to him, make it happen. Because I mean, really, it is one of the best fights Invicta can make. I mean, as far as in the atomweight division, I mean, I got to really go back and look who else poses a threat to Alicia Zappitella. But other than that, I mean, this was the last competitive fight she's had that I feel like, look, it could have went to Lindsey VanZandt. So why not make that fight happen? I mean, this is a fight I look forward to, and I'm still looking forward to Emily Ducote versus Ruiz. Still looking forward to that fight. So there's a lot of good fights that Invicta can make. Got to bring Chelsea Chandler back into the mix. Robert Henry said Paige is in trouble. Hey man, like bare knuckle boxing is a different game. We were just talking. I was just talking to Britton about it. I was like, what's the difference in here? And like, you know, we were just talking about how, yeah, it's closer to MMA because of the gloves and everything, but still a different game. Like, Paige wasn't really known for her boxing or her striking in MMA, right? She wasn't really known for that. So it's still going to be something new to her here because she can't commit to kicks, she can't commit to clinching. It's all going to be bare fist thrown. So it's going to be something new to her. Eh. Yeah, man. But for real, I like this rematch. I don't know if you've seen the first fight, Robert. You need to go check that fight out. Lindsey VanZandt and Elisa Zappitella. Like I said, I had Lindsey winning that fight, very, very close. And just make that rematch happen. Matter of fact, I might go back and watch it tonight when I have some open time and just check it out again. Man, it's crazy out here. Yeah, you said them viewers, boy, them viewers from Panama coming through for you, Robert. You might have to be her representative for now. You might have to represent Jocelyn Edwards, Robert. But yeah, man, let me know. Like I said, if you haven't seen that fight, that first fight, Alicia versus Lindsey, let me know. And yeah, if you have seen it, let me know your thoughts. Who you think won the fight? But definitely check it out. It was a good fight. So real quick, man. Last topic before I go. Hold on. Robert said I've been going off on Bellator on my channel. They're disappointed in my book. They in second place and don't know what to do. Lack of creativity and lack of activity. Man, yeah. Yeah. There is no schedule yet, man. That's why I haven't really been talking about the Keelholtz, the Velasquez versus Keelholtz fight. Like I haven't been hyped about it. I'm more so hyped about Wei Lee and Rose happening because we know that's going to happen. You know, Dana knows that's going to happen because of fans and money, and he knows what his fans want. But that's what I'm saying. Like, even if we don't have a fight date set for some of these potential fights, Valentina versus Andrade, it's like, look, don't lose faith. It's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. It's just a matter of, getting the date down. But like Bellator, we don't know when they're going to return. Like what's going on, man? Like you got a lot of potential title fights that could be happening. A lot of people looking forward to some of these flyweights coming back, and they are just inactive. Like Lindsey VanZandt fights for Bellator every now and then, but at least she can go to Invicta or Rising. That's why Bellator is so much more flexible with their contract and their ability to fight outside because they don't have much going on like the UFC. Yeah, you better start doing live streams on Panamanian time, man. Yeah, I don't know though, man. Yeah, that's the crazy part with Bellator, man. Like everybody's looking forward to some of their favorite fighters coming back. I am. I don't know. Maybe I ought to hit Denise Keelholtz on Instagram, asking, when y'all coming back? Like, what's the schedule like? I mean, she just signed a 3-fight deal or a renewal contract, so they got to be coming back, right? But yeah, last topic, real quick. JoJo. Let's talk Joanne JoJo Calderwood. As y'all know, I posted up who I think should be next for Joanne Calderwood, and a lot of people feel like Lauren Murphy could be next or should be next for her, and some of y'all feel like she couldn't get past Jessica Andrade in the second fight. I mean, look, you're number 6, you're top of the second half. You're top of the second half in the flyweight division. 6 through 10. You're number 6, so you're the first one in that half. So what could be next? The title eliminated, right? You got to call out one of these 5 fighters. And like I said, in my who's next, it's going to be a rematch. Like 4 out of 5 fights going to be a rematch. I mean, Cynthia Calvillo, Jennifer Maia, Caitlin Chikagan, Jessica Andrade. The only new person that she hadn't fought was Lauren Murphy. That would be the new person she hadn't fought. So I just narrowed it down to the 3 that I would like to see, because I felt like the Caitlin fight was close. Caitlin Chikagan fight was close, and I would have gave it to very, very thin, razor thin. I would have gave it to JoJo, but at the same time, I wasn't mad that Caitlin won it because there were just moments in there JoJo took too many punches, But even the Jessica Andrade fight, I think that fight would be doable. It's winnable for JoJo. She's got the skill set. It's just a matter of committing to it. But the scary thing about it is, I know, Jessica Andrade has looked so much more powerful at 125, right? I mean, it's only been one fight, but yeah, she does look very, very stronger at this weight compared to 115. And this might be her stop. You don't know. But yeah, I just feel like JoJo needs to call somebody out. You got to call somebody out. Don't put your career in the hands. Don't put your goal in the hands of the matchmakers and Dana White. Give them an idea of what you want out of being a UFC fighter. Don't just say, "Oh, I want the 10 people you put in front of me. I want whoever you tell me to fight, Dana." Nah, it don't work like that. You gotta tell them what you want, and they'll give it to you. I'm sure they will. I mean, you're number 6, so you got to get somebody in the top 5. So go ahead and make it easy for them and say, let me get this fight with Andrade. That'll guarantee me a title shot if I can get her out of there this time in a rematch. Let me ask y'all this: Who do you think, Robert? Who do you think JoJo has a better chance of beating? Do you think she has a better chance of beating Caitlin or Jessica Andrade? I mean, Jessica Andrade is just so one-dimensional, man. Like, I could see her committing to being on the outside and just piecing the girl up, but man, she's dangerous though. I could just see her getting that work in. Caitlin Chikagan's just got this awkward style. It's really hard to hit her clean unless you force her into a clinch. Robert said, I'd like to see her shut Lauren Murphy up, but I doubt Lauren would take the fight. I don't know, man. Lauren be taking some fights, though. I mean, she hasn't called out for the strap yet either, but she be taking some fights. I think that fight would be made if she asked for it. Because look, I just talked about Lindsey VanZandt. She said, "Look, I want a rematch with Alicia Zappitella. I feel like I can beat her. I feel like I did beat her. I want that rematch." I want to hear JoJo say that. I want to hear JoJo say that. I want to hear her say, "Look, I can beat Jessica Andrade at 125. I'm a lot more stronger. I'm a lot more powerful. I can beat her this time." Or, I can beat Caitlin this time. Because you're going to have to fight somebody again. I mean, everybody's pretty much mixed it up in the division. So you're going to be fighting somebody in the flyweight division once or twice. Oh, man, I'm like, yo, I'm getting tired of people don't call somebody out. Man, I just saw on Instagram, too, somebody posted up some artwork, Valentina versus JoJo. They said they want that fight. I'm like, before you get to that fight, you got to get a title eliminator. And it's all in if that person wants to fight, I mean, I think I have more of the keys to victory. If I was training Joanne or any of these fighters, I have more of the keys to beating Jessica Andrade than I would have to beating Caitlin Chikagian, honestly. Caitlin is that awkward. Caitlin is, I mean, I could look at her style and figure it out, but I'm just saying, like, I would feel more confident in giving you the blueprint to beat Jessica Andrade than I would Caitlin, honestly. I could say, okay, look, I can. Oh man, look at Jessica. I know what we can do with this girl. Just stay out of harm's way for 3 or 4 or 5 rounds, or until you can stop her and you're good. You see, Caitlyn like can't hit that hard, but her levels is so awkward. She's very wiry. I mean, you could probably stop her like Jessica Andrade if you get her on the inside, but you never know if you're going to be able to catch her. You see, Cynthia Calvillo couldn't. Calvillo, she couldn't get in there and get anything done. I was like, yo, what's going on? This girl is just points fighting. She's just beating you to the punch. But at least Jessica Andrade, she's pretty much open book. But that open book hits back where they gonna shuttle on you. It's a heavy book. It falls on you. Let's see. Robert said, "I think she fares better against Chikagian." Oh, you think? Oh, you think she does? Yeah, okay. I think she fares better against Chikagian because JoJo doesn't use head movement for me to beat a fighter like Andrade. Right, right. And that's what's crazy. Like, she might fare better. She'll make it through 3 rounds. Um, but Andrade is so much easier to beat if you're committed to it. Like, if you really are championship level, like Whaley and Wmma, uh, Rose, you'll find that second win and get it. Like, damn, Rose, man, she took some punches in that fight, got the nose broken. She came back and won the split decision, man. But Jessica Andrade didn't beat JoJo by knocking her out. She beat her by submission whenever she got the slam on her. She got her down and got the submission on her. And I remember JoJo hitting Jessica Andrade in that opening round with some good punches. So I'm like, yo, you got the power, you got the reach, you got to commit to these shots. But after looking at her fight with Jessica, I wasn't really like impressed with her overall like technique of trying to stay out of the way. She was too much into a dog fight. All right, hang on 1 second, man. All right. So let's see. Hold on. Robert said Andrade can drop her with one punch. I'm just a little scared for JoJo head movement. You would think JoJo would have good head movement the way she moves. Bro, I'm telling you, man, like I don't know why she doesn't like to move her head, man. It's been like that since day one. Like, I don't know if her team's ever telling her that, like, yo, let's move the head. I don't think anybody in sparring is cracking her good enough either. That would have been that would have been changed. I mean, you even see Jessica Andrade trying to move her head now. I mean, Rose, she's got some nice slipping. She's got nice movement. So fluid. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Like, she's gonna have to fight somebody in that top 5 though. And if I had to really, really bite down and say, okay, if I want her to get that title shot, let me get her. Let me get Lauren Murphy in there with it. Let me just do Lauren Murphy. Like, I don't want to see her get obliterated by Jessica Andrade. I don't want to see her, get outpointed, pity pat, punches, beat by points by Caitlin Chikagian, because it's out there that those two options scenarios are really, really a big chance of happening for JoJo. So let's go with Lauren Murphy. I think Lauren Murphy is very strong. didn't really throw too many kicks in some of her fights that I've seen. So I think JoJo has more of a variety. She has more variety to mix it up, switch levels, head and body, head and legs. So I think with the spotty defense of Lauren Murphy, I could see JoJo winning that fight. And I think she could hit it, she can she's open to body punches too. I think she's open to body punches. JoJo's clinch work is good. Keep it on the outside. I know Lauren Murphy's a big, physically strong fighter, but I think she's slower than JoJo. So yeah, BJ, what's going on, man? BJ from No Filter MMA and Robert Henry in the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to these guys. Savage WMMA fan. BJ in the house. Let me see. I got about another 15 minutes. Yeah, I'll chill about another 15. Okay, JoJo versus Vivian. That's an interesting fight. That would be an interesting fight. That might be next for you. You never know. That could be next because Vivian's on her way up. She beat Roxanne, and she would probably fight the winner of Jessica versus JoJo since JoJo won. That could be a possibility. Or you don't know. It might be JoJo, Lauren Murphy, and then Vivian and Caitlin Chikagian. Don't be surprised if you see that. Like, if they want to push these fighters to get another title shot, somebody different, you might see Caitlin versus Vivian. Then you see JoJo versus Lauren Murphy. JoJo versus Vivian would be a striking battle, boy. That would be interesting. Vivian been looking sharp with that jab, though. Vivian's looking sharp. Um, I could see JoJo winning this fight too, man. I think she could win this fight because JoJo has more in her gas tank. Joanne got more in her gas tank. All you got to do take Vivian into the deep waters. Work that body. With the suspect cardio. Hey, yeah, I know she did, man. At the opening first of the fight against she took 4 or 5 blows. Exactly. Like, you take 5 blows to get off 2 or 3 of your own. Like, that's not smart. That ain't smart at all, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes she's so keen on putting on fight of the year, that ain't gonna get you nothing. You want to be fighter of the year, not fight of the year or fight of the night. You don't really want that. I'm just like, yo, come on, let's get this defense right, man. Wow. That's what I'm saying. Like, people say what they say about Rose and her mentality and things like that, but her fighting is her fighting style is very, very polished. Everybody makes mistakes, but she's so much more into being fluid. I mean, I need to match JoJo and Joanna up. I mean, their body frames are just about the same. So I'm like, yo, like, just take some pages out of Joanna's book. Pump the jab out, be committed to it. Start working on being fast. JoJo likes to throw them hard punches sometimes. I think like you just need to pump jabs out and be done with it. Just stay on the outside and throw them front kicks. Joanna, her front kick is quick. Like, she'll throw that thing and she's right back to being on her feet. BJ said, "Oh, sorry, y'all, I ain't been hitting this because I was driving, but let's see." Okay, let's see. BJ said, "I think JoJo could beat Vivian too." Yeah, you can't let Vivian lead. That's where Montana went wrong. She let Vivian apply pressure. Yeah, like Vivian, like, is much better on her back. Well, she's much better if you let her come forward because she's just going to throw in volume. So don't let her lead. You got to back her up. make her use her gas, make her use her gas tank. Have her backing up, have her working, have her using a lot of movement, and by the second, third, she should be game. Yes, when she started pumping that jab out on Montana, it was over. You know what I mean? Like when she started opening that nose up and she started landing, it was over. JoJo is susceptible. She's quick to get hit like that too. So I don't want to see her letting Vivian take the lead like that if they fight. Robert Henry said, "Yeah, you only want fight of the year if you have no choice but go that hard because of the level that is raised by your opponent." Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, man. But like I said, I just want to come through here real quick and talk about some of these fights, some of these fighters. Excuse me. Carol Rosa versus Jocelyn Edwards. I like that fight. You know, um, happening next weekend, February 6th. Is going down. I think it's gonna be a good fight for the bantamweight division. Can't really say who's gonna win it. I might have to look at the fights again to see who I got. Alicia Zappitella versus Lindsey VanZandt. Like I said, Lindsey wants that rematch. I want to see it too. I think she did enough to win that first fight. And yeah, you should run it back. It was a split decision last time, so why not want to run it back? Robert said Vivian is hard to get down on the ground, but maybe Joey can wear her on to the third round. Yeah, she's tough to get down, man. Like she's got the black belt BJJ too. That's what people don't understand. She's tough, man. She just chooses to stand and strike. And yeah, final thoughts on JoJo. I feel like look, Joanne, title eliminator. She wants to get straight to it. Lauren Murphy, if I had to really, really narrow it down, Caitlin, Jessica, those are guaranteed fights to get you a title shot if you can win. But I feel like the more winnable fight out of those three would be Lauren Murphy. Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah, man. But about to get up out here, gonna take care of some business. And yeah, like I said, tomorrow, 4 o'clock, I'll have the Britton Hart interview posted up. We sat down and talked today again, and yeah, I'll have that posted up here. We got another interview coming too next week, probably next Thursday, and I'll probably put it out next Thursday. So yeah, I got another interview coming, man. I don't know. I'm thinking this Friday, I think for a round by round fight, I'm gonna pick a Miranda Maverick fight, BJ. If you still there, BJ, yeah, I'm gonna pick a Miranda Maverick fight and do a live commentary on a Miranda fight, and I'm gonna tell you why she's gonna beat Jillian Robertson all through the fight. I'm gonna tell you how she's gonna beat her on the ground and how she's gonna beat her on her feet. I'm just messing. I like Jillian too, though, man. I like Jillian Robertson. I mean, she was racking up some wins too, man. She's all right. She's cool. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing that this Friday. So yeah, tune in about 7 o'clock, and yeah, make sure y'all subscribe. Combo Breaking 99. I'm out. Peace.